Her heels echoed like gunshots in my empty office. The desk was cleared, the shelves bare, the photographs gone. She looked around as if she had stumbled into the aftermath of a crime scene, though she hadn't realized yet that the victim was her, and the knife had been mine. "You'll never survive without my son's fortune," she spat, her lipstick smearing against her teeth. "A little gold-digging secretary like you? Pathetic." I smirked, adjusted my glasses, leaned back in the chair she once insisted I wasn't worthy of. She had no idea the game ended days ago, and she had already lost. Backstory. I met Daniel when ambition was all I had and loneliness filled the cracks. He was magnetic, the kind of man who could make a room orbit around him. I was his secretary then, efficient, invisible, indispensable. He liked the way I anticipated his needs before he spoke them. I liked the way he looked at me as though I wasn't just another shadow behind a desk. His mother hated me from the first smile. I wasn't from their world. No trust funds, no family crest carved into silver. Just me, my skills, my quiet hunger. She called me the distraction. Later, the mistake. Eventually, the parasite. Daniel defended me at first. He said love was stronger than pedigree. I believed him. I had to. Discovery of betrayal. Love rots slowly before it dies. First, it was the late meetings. Then, the phone that turned face down, locked, guarded like a state secret. The perfume on his jacket wasn't mine. Neither was the lipstick shade, too dark, too daring. I didn't cry, not in front of him. I smiled, kissed his cheek, and let him believe his lies worked. But I started watching. The bank statements, the sudden withdrawals, the offshore account that bore his signature, a second apartment, registered under his assistant's maiden name. Cute, sloppy, predictable. The night I found their photographs, his hand gripping her waist, his lips pressed against her temple, I felt nothing. Not rage, not grief, just clarity. The kind a surgeon feels before the cut. Shift in mindset. That was the night I stopped being his wife. I became his adversary. Emotion wastes energy. I needed precision, patience, a plan sharp enough to draw blood without lifting a blade. I traced his accounts, each shell company, each slush fund. He thought I was still the secretary, but I had learned more than scheduling. I knew where the bodies were buried, financially at least, and I knew his mother's weakness, appearances. Her perfect little empire of galas, luncheons, society magazines. She lived not for power itself, but for the performance of it. What better stage to collapse on than her own? Execution of the plan. Step 1. I met with the lawyers, my lawyers, not his. We rewrote the story, documented the infidelity, photographed the assets he thought were hidden, each account number, each transaction, cataloged and notarized. Step 2. I secured the company board. Quiet conversations with shareholders, whispers about reckless spending, mismanagement. By the time Daniel noticed, the votes were already cast. His seat gone, mine secured. Step 3. I drained the accounts. Not recklessly, not illegally, just redirected. He hadn't noticed the prenup revisions I suggested, buried under stacks of paperwork he signed without reading. A clause here, a condition there. By the time the divorce papers landed, everything substantial was already in my name. Step 4. The mother, the queen who had called me a parasite. I sent invitations to the gala she was hosting, her crown jewel event of the year, the night designed to parade her legacy in front of society. On the morning of the gala, I released the documents to the press. Financial misconduct, affairs, boardroom betrayals, Daniel's name in every headline. By evening, the photographers weren't photographing her diamonds. They were shoving microphones in her face. Her empire cracked under the spotlight. Climax and confrontation. Which brings us back here, my empty office, my victory already sealed. She sneered across the desk, her words venom, but her eyes betraying fear. She wanted me rattled. She wanted to believe I had nothing left. But I leaned forward, let her see the calm in my eyes, the final nail sliding into place. "Survive without his fortune?" I whispered. "Your son doesn't have one anymore. He signed it away, to me." Her face drained, as if the blood itself betrayed her. She opened her mouth, but no sound came. Just the realization sinking like stone into water. I stood, smoothed the front of my suit, walked past her without hurry. Her perfume smelt like desperation now. Resolution and emotional release. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. The headlines would finish what I started. The courts would grind the rest to dust. Daniel had his mistress. His mother had her shame. And